And now it's time for the Thamesmen. Hello, George.
Hello, fellow Thamesmen. How are we doing?
I'm good. How are you down in LA?
Hey, man. We're cool.
Good.
And we're it's a beginning of a week. We're ready to roll, and we are filling up the scoreboard. And tonight is something kind of fun.
Well, welcome to everyone to the Thamesmen. And if you have not seen our very high quality content television program that we put out twice a week, what we do is we spin the wheel, and that will then give us a tune, and then George and I will pick a track, and we will score it, and then in the comments everyone else scores it as well.
And we're trying to challenge each other to find
Yes.
Within the category a tune versus a tune, and surprise each other with something we haven't seen as well at the same time. So tonight's category is
Year 2000 onwards, and us and our age group, we kind of stopped listening to music from like the 1980s onwards. So hang with us. This band absolutely adore, and I think it's because it's a chord structure that we recognize, but it's just great. It's the Fontaines DC, or DC Fontaines. Fontaines DC.
And where are they from?
Dublin. There was another band called the Fontaines.
Right.
So they put DC for Dublin City on the end.
Oh, is that what it is?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And this is Boys in the Better Land, the Darkland version. And, I love guitar, and the fuzz on this at the end. The wall of sound is great.
Excellent.
All right.
So this is okay. All right.
Everyone's going to enjoy this. If you haven't heard, and the Americans won't have heard this, promise you, just turn this one up. It is the track you could drive to all summer. All summer you can have this in your car. I feel like $1 million.
Excellent. We all need that right now. Let's do it.
Ready? Let's put your smackers on.
They're on.
Good. 3, and turn it up loud, all right?
Hold on, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready now.
Make sure it's up loud and enjoy this one. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Until you start kicking when the room is spinning and the words I'm speaking. And the radio's all about a runaway model with a face like sin and a heart like a James Joyce novel. Saying sister, sister, how I missed you, let's go wrist to wrist and take the skin off of my blister. If you're a rock star, porn star, superstar, doesn't matter what you are, get yourself a good car, get out of here. But the boys in the better land, you're always talking about the boys in the better land. The boys in the better land. But the boys in the better land, you're always talking about the boys in the better land. The boys in the better land. else to fill 2 double barrels. He spits out, breathes out, only smokes carols. Now we're refreshing the world in mind, body and spirit. Mind, body and spirit. You better hear it and fear it. Oh, that's the spirit. Saying sister, sister, how I miss you, miss you. Let's go wrist to wrist and take the skin off on my blister. If you're a rock star, porn star, superstar, doesn't matter what you are, get yourself a good car, get out of here. Put the boys in the better land. You're always talking about the boys in the better land. The boys in the better land. Put the boys in the better land. You're always talking about the boys in the better land. The boys in the better land. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
When they get over to America, they're going to take America by storm.
Oh yeah, that I'm. You better tell me if you see them coming. You better tell me. I'm getting on a plane and I'm going.
So
somewhere.
they came out. Their first album, they came out 2019, album of the year by Rough Trade, and the BBC Radio 6 picked it album of the year. They met, and this is great. All met because they love poetry. They've done 2 books on poetry, one on Jack Kerouac and the other on James Joyce. Got a face like a James Joyce novel, and I love it because it's a well trodden path, just intelligently trodden again. That wall of sound at the end is brilliant.
But everything about it was great. It was like great drumming, great lyrics, great guitar. You know, it was just like great attitude. You know, we talked about how Oasis had a kind of FU attitude and stuff like that. It had that laddie kind of feel to it as well, which was just great energy. And
they hadn't made. You could tell they hadn't really made it. They were still like in a shit Honda. And drinking pub drink. We've drunk loads of pints of Guinness down the pool hall. Late, like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we've both been there so many times.
Yeah, no, that's like it is, and it is. Oh yeah, that was a great choice of track. I really hope that people watch this because it's sometimes people are. Avoid things they don't know,
and this band when they break it, that when they get over here, I think the Americans will understand it. It's a really great track.
That was awesome.
It's time for a word from our sponsor.
Oh yeah, gotta pay the bills.
Okay. See you in a minute.
Hi, babes.
Oh, hi.
Oh, you're in bed already?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Leave the light off. I've got a surprise for you.
I bet you haven't seen one of these before.
Oh, a luminous condom. No.
Come on! What are all these clothes doing on the floor? Oh, sodding wardrobe. Hold on a minute. What's going on? Here.
Hamlet extra mild. For extra happiness.
All right, welcome back. Now we move on to a really hard thing. What time? What for now, George?
It was time now for bangers or wangers.
All right. Well, it's my track. It is a superb track, but you have to go first.
Okay, and I yes, it was magic. It was really magic, and I really like that track.
It's our youth, isn't it? It was everything about where we used to hang out. Not that we're Irish, but for those who didn't know, there was a typical English night where you could go down the pub and do this, and go down the pool and go and get chips and fries or whatever, and then be in a shitty car and have, it was our youth.
Yeah, but they were great musicians. They had a great song, a great sound. It's funny how like some songs you can listen to and you just go, yeah, it's okay. Other songs have everything that just kind of tick boxes, which kind of like, make you, normally for me, it's like if I hear a Hammond organ, I'm kind of like, it's like having mashed potato on your steak. Like if a menu has mashed potato, I'm going to go for it. Yeah. It's kind of like that. It had that sound where it's just like something about it just resonates with you and you go, whoa.
I love the lyrics as well. I've never read a James Joyce novel, but I can imagine someone having a face like a James Joyce novel. It's just, the lyrics are just really great as well. You don't expect that on a little punk song.
Yeah, that was very cool. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for a decent score. I'm gonna repeat what I did on something earlier, which annoyed you, but I'm gonna go at 8.8. I think it was an 8.8 on that one. I really do, really like it.
That's a great score. This song, since I heard it, and it was only recently I've got into them, about maybe 9 months ago, has not left my house, my car, my kids know it. That comes on all the time. That's going to be with me the rest of my life, that track. That's coming in, 9.3.
Oh my God, really? You're going big on this one.
Has not left me, that song. Okay. I hear it once, I loved it. I heard it second time, it burnt into my soul.
Okay, yeah. I think it's definitely one you can listen to over and over again, and each time you listen to it, you'll hear something else, I think.
Yeah. I just heard the piano in there. I never heard the piano at the end.
That's cool.
It was really high pitch. That's what I love about listening with headphones.
Excellent. All right, so let's get this fire up the computer scoreboard. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And so that's gonna be what's that? So 18.2. Is that right? An 8.8 and
good score.
Oh, no, 18.1. Sorry, 18.1. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Good.
So 18.1. So where does that come in our scoring? Oh, okay. It's coming down to fight time because we've got two others on 18.1.
All right.
So it's got there's Gary Moore on 18.1. We've got ELO on 18.1, and we've got the Fontaines DC 18.1. I think the Fontaines DCs will have it.
Put it this way: would Gary Moore back up the Fontaines, and not if Gary Moore around? I don't know. Would the DC Fontaines back up Gary Moore? I don't know. Would the DC
both from Ireland?
Would the DC Fontaines back up ELO? Yes, they would.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it should go more DC Fontaines ELO.
What, above ELO?
Underneath ELO, but
underneath. Okay, all right.
I think Gary Moore would get up and do a stonking great solo on that.
Yeah, being fellow Irish people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sustain is still going now.
That's Sustain. That was a great Sustain.
Parisian Walkway.
Excellent. Well, okay.
Good.
I think your track was a cracking track. Part two, I've got a track which is a similar vein, shall we say?
Good.
Similar vein, similar sort of video, weirdly.
Great.
And so let's move it on to.
Is it the DC Fontaines boys?
It is weirdly exactly the same.
Brilliant. I give it a 9.4. All right. I'll see you on the flip side.
Right.